I've got a 23-year-old. Should he be intimidated by this fabric? How is he going to approach it?
Well, I think Guy would be a good person to answer that question.
Well, first of all, I'm loving Guy. So, Guy, you know, on men's style fashion, the demographics is very young. They want to go for it, but they're overthinking it a bit too much.
Right.
Is it an age thing, you think?
No, I think fashion's accessible to anyone who's interested in it. And our whole idea is that menswear has had a heritage of huge texture and variety and colour, and recent years it's become quite samey, and we're sort of actually giving men much more variety of colour and texture. So we design all our own textiles, and then this collection, which we call Insouciant Summer, is just about an effortless, cool tailoring collection. So you wear tailoring, but you just wear it totally naturally with no effort, you know, and so it's that whole idea of looking like you're a proper gentleman. You're not even trying hard, and you're born into the tailoring. That's the kind of concept of, that's the overall concept of our brand, effortless tailoring.
I love
it.
it.
And with modernity of design.
We've got the 50-year-old. A lot of them are saying to me, Gracie, like, you know, I've got my partner, I don't really have to make him effort. Still very strong comment in 2016. How would you answer that?
I hate the idea of people saying not making an effort.
Right.
Life's too short. Every day you should make an effort. And that idea of dressing down, I abhor. Every day you should dress up, enjoy it, and just make every day special. And that's what fashion's about.
Another thing, weddings are coming soon. I'm amazed how many men still rent.
Yeah,
So let's talk to and the woman or the wife-to-be still dominates. So how can these guys sort of get a bit more control on their wedding day?
Well, they only rent when they're getting into sort of classic uniforms like morning suits and other things. But now actually we're finding a lot of grooms coming to us because people are relaxing the dress codes for weddings. And then they have themes of country weddings or colour themes and other things. And then the problem is men have feel confused about what to wear. And the whole thing that we're trying to do is actually give them more variety and make it easy for them to enjoy their clothes. People have to relax into their clothes and feel that they're born into them and they're second nature. But then if they're worried or they don't think things suit them, then they kind of are not comfortable. And our whole thing is showing people that there's a huge variety of exciting textures and colours, and every season we're inventing something new, and they can choose something they really love, so they just enjoy it so much they're effortlessly cool.
Are we, you know, men's style fashion, we have a lot of style tips which are very strong. But men, how can we sort of get away a little bit more of this where they're experimenting? Because they're like, there's rules for this and there's rules for that.
Rules are rubbish. So people are obsessed by rules, and actually the whole idea is that men used to make up fashion, used to go to their tailor, they used to make up the whole rules. And we want people to actually realise, especially for men, we're a menswear brand, that they can make the rules up themselves. And as long as you're within a realm of, you know, if you're in a realm of tailoring, of classic, hundreds of centuries, hundreds of years of tailoring expertise has gone into it, you can just invent the rules yourself. You don't have to particularly wear, you know, people are discarding their ties now, but you can just do anything that you're comfortable with within that structure. So you have to learn the structure first and then do some research about men's tailoring. But once you're confident in that, then there are no rules.
How much pressure is on you, just personally, in looking this collection? You've got a lot of media coming at you these few days. Do you feel the pressure, or it's, you know, how do you handle all this?
Well, I'm overly excited just to show people how interesting our brand is. And I actually think a lot of people are sheep. You know, they're following other people, and there are very few innovators in the industry. For a creative industry, it's surprisingly uncreative at various aspects. So our whole idea is to have total creativity. And actually, look at the history of menswear. Men used to just have such a huge variety of colour and texture, and all different tailoring styles. And tailoring was all about form and function. So it was tailoring for specific purposes. And people have forgotten about that, so they feel uncomfortable in tailoring. But if you actually realise that there's a cut for every everything you're doing, then you really enjoy it. So as far as I'm concerned, I just can't wait to tell people all our ideas.
Yeah, I think one of our issues is that guys are they're following the rules, they're being pressured with these six-packs, and they're just, I don't know why menswear is so rushed.
No, I totally agree.
And I don't know why, in 2016, I've campaigned it since 2012, and we're rushing it. Why? we're not women. Men don't shop like women.
No, exactly, and men are actually much less fickle when it comes to buying into brands. When they find a brand they really
Yes.
love, they stick with it. But it's the industry at large has been accelerating fashion generally, creating extra collections, cruise collections in between everything. And the whole thing about men's fashion is even from the very beginning, it was always about fashion. So even in the early 19th century, 18th century, cuts were changing all the time, but it happens more slowly. It's a sort of style thing. So our whole idea of our brand is we're constantly designing interesting textiles, but the actual fashion just evolves slowly. So as you see, we're now going for a wider leg trouser. Which we've been
Yeah.
on for quite a few years. But
Nice.
it just changes the silhouette. So men have been wearing their trousers on their hips, and actually it improves their whole posture when you wear them higher up, higher waisted.
Oh.
And then the fuller trouser. And it just, when you're walking, they flow naturally and you feel, again, this collection's our insouciant summer collection, so you just have this effortless flow and you walk and your whole clothes are flowing and you really enjoy them.
What I'm finding is a lot of female, including myself, we're coming in to the men's kind of side of wear because we want to be comfortable.
Yeah, yes.
So,
Well, good tailoring is always comfortable because it fits you perfectly.
Yeah.
But then there's much more to tailoring than just the cut. You have to kind of break the boundaries and have interesting fabrics and don't feel that you have to conform. And the whole idea of menswear is that men actually, by going to their tailors in the old days and bespeaking clothes, they were in charge of fashion. So their whole idea is men should be in charge of fashion. So brands like ours can enable men to actually own fashion for themselves rather than be dictated to as they are by big brands.
well, thank you very, very much. These are great advice. So there, guys, no excuse. Get in here.
Yeah, come in Dashing Tweeds.